Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Lynn, and today I'm going to be talking about our inability as humans to make people happy. People are never happy with you, your decisions, and they often use your willingness to bend to whatever they say as a tool to make you their puppet forever. People want to see how far you can go to please them. People want to see if you will cower. People want to see if you will take instruction, and based on that they will see how to deal with you. Sometimes it is based on a situation. Sometimes it is because they are socially conditioned that things are supposed to go a particular way. Sometimes it's their misunderstanding of you. Sometimes they just want to control others. And the other thing that I don't really think we talk about is how people like the idea of humbling people that they envy. What pushed me to actually talk about this was a few days ago. Cristiano Ronaldo, the famous football player from Portugal, he finally proposed to his girlfriend, longtime girlfriend at that, Georgina Rodriguez. And you would think that everyone will be happy, everyone will be celebrating, everyone will be congratulating, but no, instead the internet was upset at how ugly her ring was. This is someone that the internet has attacked about how she is accepting this lifestyle, accepting this man, but he has never or has not put a ring on it. Hence, the I'll click meme. And I guess he finally got that thing that wanted to make sure that it is known that she is his legally. But what I'm getting at is that this lady has always been attacked for accepting the bare minimum, settling for Cristiano Ronaldo, imagine. And now that her perceived dream is finally coming to life, everyone is attacking something as stupid, something as little and trivial as a ring. So, at what point are we going to be happy? This reminded me so much of the Tyla situation. Tyla is a big superstar, for those who do not know. I will go into her situation a bit, but also Tyla's situation also reminded me of the fable, The Man, the Boy, and the Donkey. Now, this story resonated so much with this topic because it talks about how when you listen to everyone and you sort of absorb all the things that they're saying, then you ultimately make the wrong decisions because you are so worried about what everyone thinks and what everyone says that you are focused on doing the right thing, but for the audience and never for yourself. I am now going to read the story of the man, the boy, and the donkey so that you understand exactly what it is about. And it is a very short story, but it's very much to the point. And yeah, you'll see how it just correlates with what I am talking about. A man and his son are traveling to the markets with their donkey, and they encounter numerous criticisms from the passers-by about how they should be using the donkey. They try to adjust their actions based on each criticism, ultimately leading to a series of increasingly absurd situations, culminating in the donkey's accidental death. Here is a more detailed breakdown. Initial situation. A man and his son are taking their donkey to the market. A passerby suggests they should ride the donkey instead of walking. First adjustment. The man puts the son on the donkey, but they are criticized for making the father walk. Second adjustment. The man then rides the donkey while the son walks, but they are criticized for the man's selfishness. Third adjustment. The man and the son decide to both ride, but are criticized for overloading the donkey. Final absurdity. In desperation, they tie the donkey's feet to the pole and try to carry it, but the donkey falls into the river and drowns while crossing a bridge. Moral. The story teaches that trying to please everyone is impossible and ultimately leads to unhappiness and even disaster. As you can tell, this story is very upsetting because the ultimate fate of his poor decision making and trying to make everyone happy, it led his donkey to die. So was it really worth it? If he had just listened to himself, if he had just focused on the vision. Because if you telling me that you're coming out of your house with your son and your donkey, and you are the person who is in charge, sort of like you are the guardian to your son, you are the owner of the donkey, then you do have the authority to say what it is that you want from this journey that you are taking, right? And also you have a vision set for yourself, but then you keep on listening to people and taking their advice and citing it as something that is important because they know best. But what about you and things that you know best? So sometimes it is better to just sort of close off what other people are saying and focus on your vision, because you have a vision. You know exactly what you were set out to do when you left the house or your gate, right? Just be stern about the things that you want and where you are going, and do not take people's word as gospel. With the Tyla situation, it is something that is it happens in intervals. She was interviewed and asked about her race. She said that she was colored, and people just went wild. I was a bit confused. I am from South Africa, obviously, so because of that, I did not understand the controversy around this word, especially because it is not spelled the same. And yes, it may be offensive back there, but remember, she has spent 21 years of her life knowing that she is this race. And it was very upsetting to see how American people had received her. For me, it looked like they finally had a reason to hate her. That's how I feel about it. When confidence is packaged in a way that is socially acceptable, for example, Tyla is very sexy and she knows that she owns it. When that happens, I have noticed that society takes it as, oh my gosh, you are so cocky. So I just feel like they just wanted to find something to sort of pinpoint as to why they hate her. They wanted a justification to why they feel threatened and why they felt envy towards someone who is very talented at that.
You think you're better than me? So you think you're better than me? Full of yourself. You need to humble yourself. You're so humble of yourself. Who do you think you are? You're just full of it. Who do you think you are? Full of yourself. You little African bitch. You are full of it. You think you're better than me? You think you're better than me?
She sings well, she dances well, she is very good at her craft, and her PR is seamless. I have never really come across a brand that knows what they're doing. For me, Tyla is a testament that when you do the groundwork, then when you get to the bigger places, you sort of carry yourself with so much pride and confidence, and that is what they hate. I think that they wanted her to sort of hide and, you know, ask for guidance from them and, you know, cause drama. You know how like there is a lack of PR these days when it comes to artists, when it comes to entities. So I think that everyone was looking for her to fail, and it's not only Americans, let me not lie. And I think this is why this story resonates so much with what I'm talking about, because in South Africa there are different stories, elsewhere there are different stories about why they do not like her, but her talent speaks for her. She is very confident in what she does. She says, no, my sound is not dancehall, it's not this, I make amapiano, and that upsets people. it riles people up because you are supposed to hear from us what you are. And when you are a person who's like, no, I am this, then you cause friction into what is socially acceptable. And also adding that she is very young and she is supposed to cater to a particular audience, and that's that. But what I often also think about, if she had said that she was black, it would have been a problem here in South Africa. She's not considered black here. And even if she was even if she came out black that side, it would have been now a story or conversation of, but is she really, what about her 4C hair, where's her 4C hair? She triggered something in them. And why did they need so bad for her to consider herself as a black person? Was it the features? Was it how they wanted blackness to be represented? Or was it her fitting into America? Like, was she supposed to stay as an American now, or brand herself as an American? Because if we keep it back, she is South African regardless of what she sells over there. So yes, there is an audience, but when it comes down to it, she is a South African. So I am very much perplexed about that, and I wish there was a bigger conversation when it comes to that. One day I will talk about it in depth, because there are so many things, there are so many things around this topic. I remember around the time when she had come out as colored, and then there was a topic around who is American and who is African based on the head shapes, the features. There was the side-by-side comparison that Americans were doing at the time. And it hit me that they really, really wanted her to sort of be a face of what they know blackness as. It really is bothersome, but they also do need to think about why they needed it so bad, and why they cannot learn that there are people outside of themselves who live very different lives. And it's not a bad term for us. Even something as simple as filling out job applications, it is part of it. It's not slang for us. Colored is a real race here in South Africa. So I really hope that I do a video on this. If I get enough research done, then it will be done in a way also that does not grind people's gears. I just want us to open this conversation about what it means to be black, because when I'm in South Africa I'm black, it doesn't mean that now I'm African and this and that. Because also now with this, there became this differentiation that no, because you are not American, you are not black. I don't know what's happening with that, but I feel like they were just looking to nitpick as to why it is that Tyla is too much, she's too cocky, she doesn't know her place, she doesn't respect people, hence the term uppity African. And it really bothers me. She's a very young girl, she does not deserve any of this. So I really hope that people can look into themselves and really think about what they're doing to this girl. A lot of people say that it is xenophobia, but I really think it is way more than that. It is the older woman hating on the younger woman. It is when you think you are superior than someone and you think that you just want to guide them, and then if that doesn't happen, you feel like you do not know your place. It is how We doubt other people's talents, we doubt their capabilities. I mean, Tyla was supposed to be a one-hit wonder. Remember when she came in the scene with Water? She was supposed to be a person who did not have any other hits under her belt. So when it happened that she started releasing other songs, Push to Start, Mr. Media, it just became problematic because this was not supposed to happen, and this is the girl who was supposed to be helpless. When you are told all your life that you are very important and it means everything, and everyone else that is less than, you see as less than, like how Americans view us, it does not sit well with you when someone is not reaching out for the help or the aid that you are so ready to give. So I do understand their standpoint, and like as someone who enjoys a lot of American media, I enjoy their music, movies, shows, their videos on TikTok, they lingo, they swag, they fashion. I enjoy a lot of it, and yes, I do copy some of the things, but what I'm getting at is that I also have a culture of my own here in South Africa, and it's not to say that yours is less, but then can you also invite people in without making everything about you? Here are ways in which you can sort of block out people and go in your journey without trying to please them. Because as we learned from the Georgina, as we learned from Tyla, if they had just listened to people, like, I'm especially confused. Was Georgina supposed to leave Ronaldo just because people on the internet were upset that she has no ring? I do not get it. But here are some of the tips and tricks to just going on your own path and not minding, blocking out what people say. I have mentioned this before, but be stern. I'm not going to explain it further. That's that. Second thing is just accept that someone somewhere is already disappointed in you, and you have no capability to change their mind. Once someone has decided in their brain that no, I do not like this person, I do not like what they do, what they represent, then there is nothing you can do. And let me just be clear, I'm not talking about people correcting or trying to help you reach a point where you are at a place of betterment, because that is different. If I'm telling you stop doing drugs, especially if they're ruining your life, I'm not trying to control you. I just want the best for you. But once people do and say things because they just are uncomfortable with the person that you are, and you keep on looking this side, looking that side, because you want everyone to be happy, that's going to be your downfall, and you will lose sight of what you need. Third thing, and I took it from Tyler's book, is to not over explain yourself. People always say that she had a chance to explain herself at the Breakfast Club interview, and Charlemagne was asking, what do you say about this race thing? And I feel like they were trying to corner her. We know what was happening. Everyone knows what was happening. So for people to act like, oh, this was her chance, I don't think so. I think that they were just trying to corner her to get in more trouble. So don't over explain yourself, your decisions, and why you say or do what you do. Another point is that you need to have a clear vision. Be intentional about your journey, your character, and obviously where you want to end up, because that is going to be the deciding point for the things that you want to do. So think about, if I do this, will it help this vision that I have in my head, like this goal that I have in my head? And if not, then do not take any advice from people. You can nod, you can acknowledge it, you can sort of see how it might work for you, but if it's just going to hinder or waste your time, then don't do it. The other thing, please always look at who is advising you. A few days ago, someone was saying on Twitter that certain bags, like a certain brand, I will look it up and then I will put it on here. Certain bags make people look old. And we went to her profile picture and her wig was not wigging. So look at who is advising you guys. Like, if you look at someone and you're like, this is not someone that I would look at and be inspired by, or feel like they have some kind of knowledge about a particular topic, in this instance it would be fashion, then don't take their advice. Imagine there was a girl just months ago who was saying that burgundy makes women look older.
Okokugcina lo burgundy uyanigugisa. Uburgundy uyanigugisa. Ingane na 25 ifuna nje kumaroon. Uyayigugisa ngeke.
And if I had taken, for example, look at my nails, burgundy, look at my hair, burgundy. If I had taken her example, then I would not have enjoyed my burgundy phase. So look at people and really judge and say, okay, like, is this the type of person that I want to be advised by? Do I want to be like or look like them? If not, then let it fly. The other thing is that always know that people do not know what they are doing. In as much as people may come and advise you, tell you do this, do that, a lot of people do not know what they're doing. If you were to put someone on stage and make them go head to head with Tyla, performance-wise, can they sing, can they dance? They probably do not know how to do what she is doing. So, and it's not to say that everyone that is advising her is wrong, or I remember in the beginning of Water, people were saying breath control, whatnot, and you can see that she has put in work to get her singing abilities to be better. So yes, I understand betterment. Like I say, that is the goal. But if it is for the sake of saying things or for the sake of hating, and I think that at some point as you grow, you can differentiate between someone who is a hater and someone who is saying things to make sure that you stay on your journey and flourish. But people do not know what they're doing too. Use your discernment. Don't just jump because someone is like, jump, you're jumping. Ask why. And also, discernment comes with a lot of things. You also need to look at, does this person want the best for me? Do they even like me? Do they want me to be successful? Because some people do not want that, or they have an idea of what success is. People are very close-minded, and they're close-minded because they do not share your vision. Your vision is given by God, the universe, so forth, but sometimes you need to execute for people to understand what it is that you want. And you can brainstorm, you can do this and that, but always understand that people's visions are limited and people don't always want the best for you. And people don't always like you. People, sometimes they just don't like you. So think about that. Like, does this person actually, do they say kind things to me? Do they offer any support? If not, then let it fly. Be your organic self. Be authentic. When you are on your deathbed, trust me, you will not wish that you had kissed more asses. I'm telling you, you will wish that you were yourself. That thing of trying to please people, trying to fit in, trying to be in a clique, it's going to eat away at you, and what will be left of you will be fragments. You are loved, but always remember that there are people who want to see you fall flat on your face. So I'm thinking about this man, donkey, and son story, and how maybe like the people who were advising him, did they even own donkeys? Like, what was the story there? And you do not see it until that day passes, or maybe months down the line, that actually these people did not want the best for me. So that is what I'm saying here, that You cannot keep agreeing with people to make them happy, because ultimately they will never be happy. Do what makes you happy. Do what is more meaningful to you and to your journey. So yeah, that's a wrap.
Listen up. This is the easiest piece of advice I've ever given. The sooner you figure out that other people's opinions of you are none of your business, the sooner you will feel free.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. I will see you later. Peace.